How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little bit better. Sorry for getting a little bit behind this week. I wanted to record a video regarding the announcement that I'm about to post, just in case you're more of an audio or visual person and didn't want to read it. So, what I really go over here is the fact that I think we have the majority of people finally registered for mastering engineering. So, I had sent notification to a lot of you, and I know it was a little bit confusing at first because the bookstore took so long to assign us the correct ISBN number so we could actually build the mastering engineering account. So we have 19 people registered now. If you're not registered, you have to get registered by Tuesday. If you're not registered by Tuesday, I'll have to initiate an instructor withdrawal from the course just because it's going to be impossible for you to catch up at this point if you're not at least in the system to start the homework by Tuesday. So another thing that you probably noticed is at the beginning of last week, we had two homeworks set up in mastering engineering. One was a relatively long assignment on chapter 2. The other was just intended to get you started on drawing free body diagrams in the software, beginning with chapter 3. And I pushed those back based upon requests of a lot of individuals. A lot of people were just looking for some help on particular problems. So that's why I kind of pivoted on the way that I did lecture this week and did more of a review on just the chapter 2 homework problems. But those are on their final extension. So I won't extend them after Sunday at 11:59 p.m. unless something just really horrible happens in life, in which case I'll deal with it on a case-by-case basis. But please do try to have those done by this Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So because we've had all of these delays, I know that originally we had talked about starting the test towards the end of this week and kind of making it available all of next week. I want to just kind of reset, take a step back, and let's kind of jump in again. If you remember, we still need to have the second part of the homework from chapter 3. So I've actually posted that just before I recorded this video. It is due not tomorrow, of course, but the following Sunday at 11:59 p.m. In addition, right after I get done recording this video, I'm going to put up a practice exam for the first exam. It's going to consist of 5 different problems, all from chapters 2 and 3. I'll try to pick a few, probably at least 3 out of the 5 that were in the actual homework. I might randomize the units or something. But I do, these problems oftentimes, especially as we get more towards the end of the text, they're hard to set up if you haven't. They're hard to set up quickly if you haven't seen them before. So I always hate doing a time test with new problems. The thing that really motivates me to do this, when I took statics many years ago with the Hebler book, the way that my instructor would do the test is we would walk in, and we were in it's a 3 credit hour class, and it was a full term class. So we had like an hour and 15 minutes meeting per lecture. And we would walk in and he would pull out the book and he would just pick 3 problems that we had never seen before, and he would ask us to do them. And there were a lot of people that, it's just hard to get one of the 3 problems set up. They literally got nothing down for it. And then you're talking about getting like a 67% on the exam. But then, of course, you just got to do the curve, and it's all really a game, and you have extra credit. I don't like to do that. I like to do it once and do it right, which is one of the reasons that we've extended the deadlines a little bit, and that we're going to do a practice exam. That way, when we get to the real exam, everyone will have at least seen, I think usually I might throw one problem in there that you haven't seen before, but usually I try to do problems either directly from the homework or directly from the practice exam. So on that note 2 things about the practice exam. It will be timed with a 2-hour time limit to get you comfortable of working with time constraints, since your actual exam will be timed. In addition, it is not going to be worth any credit. However, you definitely want to do it because, as I mentioned, it is unquestionable. You will see a question from the practice exam, at least one on the actual exam. In terms of what we'll be doing in next lecture next week, I think I'm going to pivot because just based upon the amount of questions that I had for the chapter 2 homework, it seems like the way we're doing lectures aren't overly effective. So I want to start to do lectures more just homework review problems. So any theory that we need, I'll kind of discuss it as I'm doing the actual homework review problems. But up until now, we've done a lot of the kind of more theoretical lectures, and we've done example problems, definitely. But I think it'll just be better, especially where we're in an online asynchronous environment, to keep everyone focused in the context of the homework. So first lecture of the week, I'll review the chapter 3 homework, which I just posted a minute ago. And I think I mentioned it, but in case not, is going to be due next Sunday at midnight, not tomorrow. And then on the Thursday lecture, and I'll try to get it up actually a day early. I'm going to actually, right when I get the practice exam up, I'll start working on the chapter 3 homework lecture. But the second lecture of the week, we'll go over the actual practice exam. So those are the 2 lectures for this week. In terms of when exam 1 will be posted, I'll make it go live this coming Thursday, which is the 22nd of September, and I'll give you an entire week to complete it. So all the way until the following Wednesday. Now note that even though you have that entire week, don't sit down and start it until you're ready to start it, because you're going to have a 2-hour block. And once you start, you won't be able to stop. One more thing about that, and I'll remind you about this a bunch of times. As you're working on your actual exam, make sure that you're writing down your work, because you are going to scan that and upload it to Canvas after the fact. And that's going to help me with awarding partial credit. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if not, I will see y'all soon.